Hello everybody and welcome back to the Music Dungeon with me, Mac Plays Banjo, and welcome back to our series on underrated banjo players. Now if you don't know who I am, my name is Mac, I'm a banjo player. I'm like kinda good, I guess, sorta, not really. I have an album though that I made when I was 17. It's really not good, but you can go listen to it if you want. The link is in the description. But unfortunately, because I don't practice as much as I should, I'm just kind of mid at banjo. You know who isn't mid at banjo though? That is Mr. Ron Block. Ron Block is, in my opinion, one of the best bluegrass banjo players of all time. Ron Block is an absolutely killer banjo player. He's been a banjo man for Alison Krauss for decades at this point, as well as doing some collaborations with an Irish tenor banjo player, Damien O'Kane. And we're going to get a taste of both of those collaborations as well as some of Ron's solo work today. And we're just going to oversee his banjo style and see what makes this guy so good, because he's really, really good, and I don't hear many people talking about him, so hopefully this can get him a little bit more recognition, and get some more people listening to his work, and get some more people aware of his work. I mean, obviously he has a much bigger fan base than I do, but you know what? I just wanted to make a video talking about Ron, because I'm a big fan. So anyway, let's get right into it. Alright, a lot of these videos are pretty short, so it's going to be a little bit more of a relay race today. But here is our first video for today. It's just a short, so it's not very long. Ron Block solo on Remember You Love in My Prayers, which is a song that Alison, Krauss, and Union Station do. Anyway, let's check it out. Sorry, Alison, Krauss, and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas. I'm sorry, I forgot that part. Okay.
Remember you love in my prayers.
Maybe they weren't featuring Jerry Douglas in this time period. Anyway, that was just a short solo from Ron, but that was a prototypical Ron Block solo. What do I mean? Well, Ron Block has a very, very distinct style. You hear that, and if you're familiar with his work, you're just like, oh, that's Ron Block. There's several different aspects to his style, and they come from a lot of different sources, which we'll talk about in a minute here. But let's watch the next video. This is Ron Block, Sierra Hull, and Kenny Smith playing Smashville, which I think Smashville is off of Sierra Hull's first record, Secrets. Could be wrong on that, but anyways, that's a fantastic record, so highly recommend you go listen to it. Ron produced it, I think, and played banjo on a few tracks. Not all of them, but a couple tracks Ron played banjo on. Anyway, let's check this out. Great stuff. Again, just like a very prototypical Ron Block break. What makes it a Ron Block break? Well, there are a couple of things about his style. First up, he really likes to play in positions up the neck while rolling on open strings, which isn't super common. Let me show you what I mean. So here, see how he's kind of playing up the neck, but he's still rolling on the like some of the open strings? That's not that common because, well, for one reason, it requires a lot of right-hand finesse to get the like the volume of the open and closed strings the same. Which, if there's one thing that Ron Block has got, it's a absolute killer right hand, and we'll talk about that in a second. But he oftentimes goes up the neck while rolling and kind of plays in those positions with little single string runs, a lot of bends, most of it pretty much staying within the realm of Scruggs style with some single string thrown in, but in a very fresh new way. And what I think a lot of this comes from is from this book called The Advancing Guitarist by Mick Goodrick. I listened to an interview with Ron Block back in my ill-spent youth where he talked a lot about that book. The Advancing Guitarist by Mick Goodrick. It's kind of hard to find now, at least physical copies. You can download a PDF for free anywhere. I actually don't do that. I don't know if that's in the public domain. That might be illegal, so don't do that. But if you can legally acquire a copy, It's a good book. And something that Mick talks about in the book is what he calls the science of the unitar, which is playing solos on one single string on the guitar, or you can apply that to the banjo or any stringed instrument. But what he has you do is you make modal backing tracks, or, I didn't make them. I found them on YouTube. Someone else had made them. But you have modal backing tracks, which are basically just backing tracks with different sets of chords based on the modes of the diatonic scale. And you play over all those backing tracks with only one string. So, like, you play over every single backing track using just the first string, and then just the second string, and then just the third string. And you just do that forever, and it becomes so boring. And having done some of that, not nearly as much as Ron has done, I can really see the influence of that in his playing. Because a lot of the time, like I was talking about, he really works up a single string while rolling. And one of the benefits of doing that exercise for hours on end is that you get super bored. So you start doing stuff like playing with bends and hammer-ons and pull-offs, and you do stuff like, oh, can I play an entire solo just in thirds up and down this one string, and stuff like that. And you really start to learn how a single string works. And then once you've done every string, I think the book has you do like the different pairings of strings and stuff like that, and you just go from there. Super useful exercise. Highly recommend you do that if you're trying to learn just kind of how to solo in general. Can be super boring though at times. But a super useful exercise. I should go back and do that some more because I didn't do it as much as I should have. But yeah, you can really see that influence coming through on Ron's playing. There are a lot of other things in his style that we can talk about and will talk about, but that's just a big thing that I wanted to point out here at the beginning. All right, our next video is one of my favorites. This is Damien O'Kane and Ron Block playing The Middleton Thief and The Lobster. And this is that collaboration with the tenor banjo player that I was talking about. They have 3 albums out, Banjophony, Banjophonics, and what's the most recent one called? Is it Banjophilia? No, that sounds bad. Banjovial. Okay. All great albums. Go listen to those after watching this video. But this is a really fascinating collaboration because we haven't really had tenor and 5-string banjo paired as extensively as these two have done it. And they really work well together, and the albums are all absolute bangers. So definitely go check those out after you finish this video, and like and comment and subscribe. Anyway, here's just a taste of their music. So cool. Also, this is a side note, not really important, but why did Damien have the crowd clap on 1 and 3? I thought that was like a big no. Maybe Irish people clap in 1 and 3. I don't know. But yeah, that's just a little taste of that collaboration. Again, go listen to all their records. Really fantastic stuff. I wonder if this is the bassist who played on those records, because I absolutely love the bass work on them. It's really well done. Really interesting playing. I've always wondered who did it. All right, here we have another short video of an original tune that Ron wrote, Molly Catherine Carter. Let's check it out. Again, very Ron. Ron's right hand is just so good. It's crazy. Okay, I want to show you guys a video of Alison Krauss in Union Station with him playing banjo. We're not going to watch this whole thing because it's 9 minutes long, but let's see if we can find some good clips from it. Here's the featured man himself, Jerry Douglas. I'm sorry, Jerry, I'm just skipping your solo. Okay, here's an absolutely classic Alison Krauss in Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas song. It's kind of a mouthful of a name. Take Me for Longing. This has Ron backing up Alison's vocals solo for a second, so just listen to that real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I'll get copyright hammered, but we'll just listen to the first part.
Don't choose me because I am faithful. Don't choose me because I am kind.
So I love this intro because Ron is just backing up Alison solo. It really shows how good his timing is. He's just killing it here.
Don't choose me because I am kind. If your heart settles on me, I'm for the taking. Take me from longing or leave me behind.
Ron just grooves so hard with his playing. It's crazy. All right, last video for the day is a little banjo mini lesson because Ron has a bunch of these on his channel, which are just excerpts from his private online lessons, which I don't think he does anymore, but he did during COVID. Yeah, I've been doing a limited number of 2-hour private online Zoom lessons in March, and will continue through 2020. Wow, 2-hour lessons. That sounds awesome. I would love a 2-hour lesson from Ron Block. Anyway, this one's about clarity and note separation. I just want to watch it and see if we can learn anything, which no doubt we can.
You know, start really slow. Like, I mean, you can even do it this slow. Just for accuracy of hitting the note, just do a forward roll or something like. And now one thing I want you to pay attention to, though, is like I don't approach it and go and have a bunch of body tension. It's real relaxed. Like my arm just goes. It's real relaxed. My whole hand is. It's not.
That's a good tip. You don't want to be carrying excess tension while you're playing, because then you'll get tennis elbow like me and also not be able to play very well. Again, like me.
Completely floppy, but I only want to use as much tension in my hand as I need to use, you know. And just plug into your phone or your laptop or whatever, and just sit there with that thing going click, 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 and go.
See, this is why he has such a good right hand. I remember in one of the interviews I listened to with him, he talked about how when he was a kid, he would just like lie down on his bed with a metronome going super slow and just do forward rolls for hours and hours. I'm like, I wonder why his right hand is so good. But yeah, like most days, I think he literally just like sits there with a metronome in his headphones and just plays super slow. And That's how you get a right hand like Ron Block's. Crazy. Well, I wouldn't hate doing that every day, but it sure would bore me.
Because that's what you want. You want that kind of like, that's the thing that makes bluegrass banjo, like it really makes people do that thing. And when you get that clarity of note separation like that, I characterize it, every note is given a weight. Instead of having like, 8 notes in a measure and you're throwing 6 of them away. And I'll exaggerate just so you hear the difference. Like if I went...
Oh, he's playing just like me.
Right? But if I gave each note its proper weight, and it doesn't mean they're all the same volume. It just means there's a respect and a clarity with each note, right? So if I went... So there's a clarity and a note separation with that.
Man, I really needed to hear that. I think I throw away a lot of my notes, so I really need to sit down and just kind of play slowly and really make sure I'm getting the emphasis correct and stuff. But yeah, Ron Block, phenomenal banjo player. Amazing right hand, great left hand, very unique left hand. Good songwriter, producer, has some interesting collaborations. Go listen through the entire Alison, Krauss, and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas catalog. Lots of amazing banjo stuff from Ron on there. Go listen to all his albums with Damien O'Kane, Banjophony, Banjophonics, and Banjovial. Also, he has some really peaceful fingerstyle guitar albums, which are great too if you want to like relax. Very good guitar player too, although we didn't show that today, of course, because this is a banjo channel, not a stinky, gross guitar channel. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you start listening to Ron's music. If you did enjoy the video, go check out my other videos. You'll probably like those too. If you want to help support the channel, you can join the Patreon for free and get a bunch of free sweet tabs. Or if you're looking for banjo lessons, you can hit me up since Ron isn't accepting students now. But I have a few slots open, so you can let me know if you're looking for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.